Hey guys, it's Dustin with Cabin Outdoors. Today I am out at Lycan Shooting Academy in Elizabeth, Indiana. They're doing a two-gun competition, and we're going to see what it's all about. Today's focus is transition from rifle to pistol, and it should be a lot of fun to watch. Hopefully we can get some interviews and talk to a few people about what it is that they're running on their equipment and what it is that they hope to gain from their experience out here. At any rate, stay tuned. We'll talk more. So, who am I talking to?
I'm Troy Lebowski.
Troy, Dustin Cavanaugh, nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Troy, tell me a little bit about what brings you out here today.
Jason and I are friends. I own DL Firearms Training up in Bedford, Indiana.
Oh.
And Jason and I talk pretty regularly. So it's nice to come down here on the weekends when I don't have something going on and shoot with these guys, and I can take my time and just have some fun.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So what are we shooting today?
I've got a SIG 5.56 EL, and I'm running a Romeo 7.
Nice.
So
you like that optic?
I like it. It's nice and hardy.
Yep.
So I've had this rifle for several years. I actually special ordered it, and it's just kind of one of those, it's kind of a weird one when you stand over there and you got a whole bunch of ARs over there.
Very
so you don't
prolific.
see a whole lot of that.
You don't see a lot of anything other than ARs.
But
so having a throwback piston gun is kind of cool.
Yeah, so it's a good time.
Definitely not something you see frequently. And what about our sidearm? What are we running there?
I've got a SIG 320 compact.
Nice.
And I've got a custom lower on it that I got down there. Well, in fact, we were at the inaugural SIG Freedom Days out there in Phoenix.
Nice.
We bought that. So running that, and then running a Romeo optic on it. I
run a 320 as well, RMR. I've got the Zev 320. Really big fan of that gun. So whose belt do you have on?
This is a Condor.
Okay.
Condor is what I've got on there. So I wore a duty belt for 30 years, so like something kind of comfortable. So
I've heard really good things about the Condor laser cuts. I know a few guys that run them. I own one. I've had no issues with it whatsoever.
Yeah.
What about our pouches? What do we have as far as
the 223 pouches of Condor? I don't even remember what this one is. I've had it forever. So I threw these onto this belt. I bought this belt here about 6 months ago when I was down there across from Fort Campbell.
Gotcha.
The Patriot Supply down there, and so I've just been trying it out. So it's been pretty comfortable. I like it.
So far, so good.
So yeah.
If it's good kit is good kit.
Heck
you can't go wrong with that.
So that's all I can care.
So somebody else wanting to get into the shooting sports industry, say the shooting competition and stuff, never done it before.
Yeah.
What's your direction for them?
Find a good instructor, somebody that's pretty no nonsense about things. It's really, really competent in safety, because that's the number one thing, right?
Correct.
Really competent in the basics, because all we're doing here is just basics. That's all we're doing. We just have been doing it a lot longer, so and then get with that person. I tell a lot of ladies, I do a lot of ladies classes, and they don't know what to shoot. They don't even know what to buy. And I said, don't bring one. Just bring one. I've got several. I'll let you shoot, and you tell me what you like. Because most of the ladies, they're getting guns from their boyfriend, their brother, their dad, their grandfather, and most of them, aren't really made for them.
Finding the right gun, the analogy I always use is like trying to find the right running shoe.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many different sizes and shapes and features, and you got to take and find what works for you. And
it's funny because I've got an older lady. She's about 55 or so, and she rocks a full size Canic. And I'm like, that's too large a gun for me. It's too much for me. So, but she loves the thing, and she shoots it really well. So, but yeah, you really do have to kind of tune everybody out and find what works for you.
Absolutely. Well, Troy, thank you so much for your time, sir.
Anytime.
Good luck out there today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Bobby Brooks here of the farm here in Southern Indiana. Bobby, what brings you out here today?
Jason's a good friend of mine, and I got to know you and several other good guys that's down here. And I'm a shotgun guy. Sporting club at the farm's my business, and I just to get out of my comfort zone and to come down here and shoot some pistol and rifle. That's not what I do.
You mentioned that you're a shotgun guy. Tell the audience a little bit about your background. I know it, but they don't.
Well, I'm a competitive shooter in the sporting clays world. I travel around and go to a lot of the major events, the U.S. Open and the Nationals every year, and all the regional events. So shotgun shooting's my business, and I also coach it and teach it every day. I've got a youth shooting program that's near and dear to my heart. So I coach a lot of kids and get a lot of kids started, and there's a huge amount of opportunity for kids shooting shotguns for scholarship opportunities and such moving forward.
Now, if somebody wants to check that out, where can they find information on that on the internet?
Yeah, they could either go to our Facebook page, the Sporting Club at the Farm, or they could go to thefarmsc.com. The Farm SC for sporting clays.
Okay.
So thefarmsc.com is our website.
Awesome. Now tell me a little bit about the equipment you're running out here today. What do you got?
I got it all from you.
You got it from me. Okay.
And I'm outside my comfort zone here. You tricked me out on all this stuff, so you might be better served, but I'm kind of just the driver of this stuff.
Well, it looks like you're running a Spikes Tactical custom-built rifle, bootleg bolt. I see a hollow sun on it, and then you've got a Glock 19 with a hollow sun.
Yes.
So, sure, Safariland drop leg kit. Drop your mic. We'll get that back on. You can just hold it if you want. But yeah, Bobby, dude, I really appreciate you taking the time. So,
I'm so sorry.
no, you're good. You're good. This one we'll edit later. That's what the edit button's for. So, what do you hope to gain from your participation in this stuff?
Just a good time.
Just here to have fun.
That's it. Just to come down. I meet a lot of new guys down here that they could become shotgun shooters. So hopefully we could work together and maybe do some shotgun shooting and some two-gun stuff. You never know. But for me to get outside the shotgun world and come do this with you all, it's a lot of fun.
So for our viewers at home, this is the same question I've been asking throughout the day. Somebody that's never shot before and wants to get into this, what's your advice to them?
Into this sport?
Any shooting sport.
Get a very knowledgeable coach, someone that's involved in it. Someone like yourself that owns a gun store that can lead them in the right direction. Someone like Jason here at the Like and Shooting Academy, or myself at the farm for shotguns. Just my advice is to get with a good coach that can lead you in the right direction.
Awesome, Bobby. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for everything.
Good to see you, brother. All right, so this is Dustin. I'm back, and I'm here with Colin. So what brings you out here today, man?
I just wanted to come out, have some fun, get a little better, support Jason in the range, and just.
So what's your background as far as shooting is concerned?
I didn't grow up shooting. I bought my own gun myself, and I don't know, maybe 8 years ago or so, Glock, started training. Got training all across the country when I used to be a travel nurse, and started training with some guys around here. Met up with Jason, started training with him.
So what equipment are you running today?
Pistol-wise, I run HK VP9. This is an SK, and then I got a full size in the truck. I got a Daniel Defense AR, low variable power optic. Just kind of basic.
So what holster did you choose to go with the HK?
I have it's a custom holster. It's actually cracked right now, but it was made by Joe Barnes' father with Superior Firearms, who I've done training with as well. Great guy. That's
fantastic. So what do you hope to see in the future?
I don't know, for myself and my next gear, I'm going with Green Dot Optic. Hollow Sun 509T. I've got one on order.
Nice.
Would have helped today. I went through 45 rounds at the second, by the second hula hoop stage here, and those 30-yard shots with the pistol were tough.
Okay, so for our viewers at home, somebody that wants to pick up and get started, What's your best advice?
Get out there, get some training. Get you 1,000 rounds and shoot it all. Just the more comfortable you can get with your gun, the better you'll feel, and it won't be a scary, thing. It's just another tool.
So for somebody that doesn't have access to a range, what training advice would you give for at home? Anything?
Dry fire.
Always dry fire?
Yeah. I have one of those laser drop-in bullets that you can see where you're hitting. So that kind of stuff. In between sets and workouts, I'll pull my pistol and dry fire, try to get my heart rate up, just simple stuff like that.
Awesome. Colin, thank you so much for your time, man.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Good luck today.
I appreciate it.
All right, guys, got another one. I've been fishing all day, and Travis finally agreed to talk to me. I've been bugging him about it. So, guys, I'm here with Travis Fitzpatrick. Travis, for the viewers that don't know, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Dustin, I love to shoot. I have been shooting competitively for over 10 years, mostly 3-gun, but I've done a lot of USPSA matches, IDPA, Steel Challenge, 22 rimfire matches, sniper matches. I just love shooting them all.
So basically, any time that you can spend behind the gun,
I get behind the gun.
That's awesome, man. So how'd you get into it? What started you 10 years ago?
Okay, I've always hunted, always shot, always had guns. I love to do it, but never shot competitively. My son and I used to motocross race. I have that competitiveness. I want to get out there. I want to compete. And he got hurt real bad, and my wife kiboshed any more motocross.
Okay.
So we started looking for something that we could compete in and do. He didn't like playing basketball, baseball, that sort of thing. So we just started checking into shooting competitively. Started out an IDPA match, IDPA, USPSA, then found 3-gun, and rest is history.
That's awesome. So you and I actually shot the first time together at a night vision match.
Yes.
Down at Fort Knox.
Yes.
Not Fort Knox, but
Night vision.
So actually, you bring up our next talking point. What are we shooting today?
This is a ADM. It's a 13.9 inch, and I've got it set up for my night vision rig. So I've got, scope LVPO running in the daytime. You can run nods behind it, but I've got an optic on top just strictly. So all I shoot that for nods so you can stay on upright. Then I've got a laser illuminator on the front of it.
Gotcha.
So same thing, you got IR lights for illumination, IR for a laser, and then white light.
And suppressor. What do we got suppressor-wise? What are we running?
You know what? I don't even remember what this one is. I don't know. I don't know
Fair
what's in this one.
So for the viewers, what's the advantage to having a suppressor on a night gun?
Muzzle flash. You get, especially on a short-barreled gun, you don't utilize all the powder in a barrel this size, so a lot of it burns when it comes out the end of the barrel. So when you're running nods, that flash can temporarily, cut your nods off, blinds you for a little bit. A suppressor does two things. Number one, it keeps your signature down, both noise and visible.
Right.
So you're not seen by somebody else or heard where you're at, particularly with somebody else, but also just not to blind you when you're running nods.
Fantastic. So for anybody at home watching, wants to get into competitive shooting, what's your advice for them?
Go.
Just go do it?
You don't even have to have anything. If you want to bring ammo, do that, because a lot of guys may not have it. Bring ammo, 223, 9mm. If you're going to do a 3-gun match, bring some 12 gauge, and I promise you, somebody will let you run their gear just to come shoot.
See, the takeaway, guys, and what I've been saying for a long time is it's scary because you see the equipment, you see the people and what it is that they're doing. But Travis is a prime example of how this is a welcoming sport, and we welcome anybody into this. So get what you can, bring money, bring a good attitude, be ready to train, be ready to learn, and hopefully something good can happen. So best dad advice, what do you got?
Best dad advice?
Best dad advice.
Get out there and do something with your kids.
There you go.
As much as you can. They leave before you know it, so go spend time with your kids.
Travis, thank you so much for your time. Good to see you again.
See you, man.
Whenever you're ready. There you go. All right, guys, so I've been out here wandering around talking to people, begging for interviews, and Craig took sympathy on me and decided that he'd talk to you guys for a few minutes. So, Craig, for the audience, give us a little bit of your background.
27, retired 27 years in the Air Force as a combat arms instructor, security forces, and opened a CrossFit gym 3 years ago, and that's what we do now. We run CrossFit Cast Strength out of Bardstown, Kentucky.
Say that one more time.
It's CrossFit Cast Strength out of Bardstown, Kentucky.
Then the Cast Strength is, I guess, the play on the bourbon down there?
Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'm a big fan of bourbon. Maybe shouldn't say too much about that. So tell me what you're running today.
So right now we're running a Radical Arms 5.56 with a GT red dot.
What do you think of the Radicals?
I like them.
We sell a lot of them, and I'm a big fan. I met those guys at SHOT Show last year. Super nice group of people, and definitely build a high quality product.
Yeah.
So tell me about your belt. What's on your belt here?
So belt, I'm running a Glock 19 with no optics on it. It's just standard right out of the box. And then also, I have 3 PMags for my 5.56, and then 3 Glock 15-round Glock mags.
Gotcha. So how long have you been? 27 years, obviously military. You do a lot of shooting, being in the combat arms, MOSs, and as an instructor. How much competitive shooting outside of the military have you done?
I started doing, to be honest with you, last year we started doing we entered our first tactical games.
Okay.
In South Carolina, and fell in love with that. And ever since then, we've been doing. I've been doing a lot of the USPSA shooting.
Gotcha.
Some PRS stuff, and I did some range work with Mammoth Sniper Challenge a couple of weeks ago down in Georgia.
Nice. That's incredible. That they put on a fantastic show down there.
Absolutely, they do.
It is great competition, great group of guys. So for the guys at home, our viewers and the like, somebody wants to get into this, what's your recommendation?
My recommendation is find yourself a good instructor to help you along, and take your time and lots of dry firing, and just get after it. Just get into it, because this, it's an awesome sport. It's a misunderstood sport.
Yep.
And so if we can get more people into it and get more people loving it, it'd be awesome.
Craig, thank you so much for your time, brother.
Absolutely.
Good luck out there today.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So the takeaway is, and as it has been going, it's a welcoming sport. Everybody wants you to participate. Go train, go do it, come out, get wet with us, and we'll see you in the next one.